Hi guys. I'm going to try to do this without coughing my head off, but hopefully we're live here. I'm just trying to bring it up on my phone so I can see who's joining us. And I apologize right off the bat for my raspy voice. It does come and go. Hopefully it'll go. All right, come out here. Okay, this is where I want to go. And here we are. Okay. All right, I think we're all set. First thing I want to say is Happy Panda Day. All right, I got my water. Hopefully I won't start coughing again, but I have my cough drops, I have my water. I think we're good. So again, welcome to Happy Panda Day. I did get my swaps from a demonstrator swap that I participated in, so I wanted to share those with you before we get started with our project. So I'm going to pull these out. Set this down here. Got some really pretty projects here. Here's one. Isn't that beautiful? I don't, unfortunately, have the creator of this card on here. She didn't leave her information, but it's very beautiful, and I love she used the Wink of Stella, so has a lot of shimmer to it. Hopefully you can see that. Here's one using the painted petal, I believe that is, or petal palette. Again, very beautiful. And this one was by Shelly Castles. And again, very beautiful. She used a little bit of that glimmer paper. So pretty. Here's another one that's really cute. This is using that basket of fruit. She did all the little punches. Love the blue gingham ribbon. And this is from Christine Van Deen. And I think she did a really awesome job on that. And the texture, she used the wooden plank textured embossing folder. Beautiful. Here's one for Happy Mother's Day. She used the new sale-a-bration paper. And she colored that with her Stampin' Blends. Love how that came out. So beautiful. And again, I don't have the creator. She did not share her information on this one. And this one, this is by Leilani Schrock. And I love she used the sale-a-bration paper, the bubble and fizz paper. And then she used the sentiment from the Sunshine and Rainbow set. This is May Your Birthday Be Bright and Beautiful. Very pretty. I love her card. Here's another one using the petal palette. This one is from Emily Moots. She even included the instructions. Thought that was really nice. I love how she did this. And this is a fun fold card. I'll open it up so you can see how it opens up. So then she just stamped a little bird on there, but so it just is a tri-fold, gatefold, however you want to call it. But really very pretty, and I love it. I love doing these swaps to see what other demonstrators are designing. This one is, oh, I don't have the creator of this one either. Love this one. She did the Wink of Stella on the love. So that really just added a little extra something to the card. It says sending love and hugs. And very pretty. Love the embossing on it. Here's another card that I really enjoyed receiving. This one is from Rita Moots. And I love the little tag she created. She used that beautiful ribbon that I so love. And I'll open this one up too so we can see it better. And then she just, at an angle, she stamped, "You are one of a kind." So I thought that was kind of cute, the way she did that. But I love the way she did the panels. And they're popped up on dimensionals and just really, really pretty. And she also kind of included a little bit of a recipe card on how she created it and the supplies that she used. Then we have this pretty card. This is a thank you done by Amy Peterson. And I love how she did that on an angle like that. And that thank you comes from the Daisy set. Very pretty. And our last card, this is using one of my favorite sets, the birthday, Picture Perfect Birthday. She did the Treat Yourself. And again, just a really overall pretty card. She used that pretty ribbon. And this is Sherry Meyer. And she also included a little bit of a recipe card here on how she created this, what she used to create this. She used the self-adhesive sequins and attached those, and I thought that was really sharp. Okay, now on to the fun. I told you today is National Panda Day. The little known thing I happened to run across. I think it might have been on Pinterest where they were talking. I found a little something about little known holidays and whatnot, and Panda Day happened to be one of them, and it happened to fall today, so it made today the perfect day to feature our Party Panda set. And I happen to have an extra Party Panda stamp set that I'd like to give away. And how you can be eligible to win this is by commenting on this video. Hey Sue, hi Lori, glad you guys could join us. Excuse me. Again, I'm sorry for sounding like a frog. But anyways, I want to give this set away. And how you'll get it is by commenting. And I'd like you to share the video. And then I will run everybody through for an opportunity to win through a random drawing. You don't have to be on here live to win this. So you have until, I'll do till Sunday at noon. By Sunday at noon, I will run everybody through and do a drawing. So share the video, comment on this video, and you'll be eligible to win the Party Panda stamp set. I think these guys are just adorable. And today I'm going to stamp with this with you guys. And I happen to get this idea from Rachel. Stamp Your Art Out, Rachel. She did a fun fold card and I absolutely loved it. So I'm going to do that fun fold with you guys today. Only I'm using the Party Pandas and I'm using the Bubble and Fizz paper from the sale-a-bration. So this whole card is going to be sale-a-bration. They are cute, Sue. I love them. They're one of my favorite sets out of the sale-a-bration. So if you don't have it yet, this is the one way to have a chance at getting it. But sale-a-bration doesn't end until the 31st of March. So you still have a few weeks left to earn your pandas that way if you don't happen to be the one drawn for and it's something you really would like. All right, so I am going to show you how to make, check this card out. This card right here. Isn't that sweet? You can see two sides of paper and it stretches out and it fits in a normal size envelope. It doesn't take up any more space than any other card, but it's just a really cute fancy fold. Excuse me. I'm going to try to do this, guys, but I don't know. My voice doesn't sound like it's going to last, but we're going to try. But anyway, love this fancy fold. I thought it was really cool. So I did case the fold from her instructions. And I'm going to go through how to do this with you so that you can do it as well. Okay, so let's get started. I have my Stampin' Trimmer here because I want my scoring blade. I'm hoping you guys can see this. All right. You're going to need a half a sheet of cardstock, an 8.5 by 11 sheet cut down the center at 4 1/4. So it ends up being 4 1/4 by 11. Okay. I know, Lori, this is really cute, and I hope you enjoy this. I'm going to give you all the instructions so you'll be able to make them yourself too. All right, so 4 1/4 by 11 is your cardstock after you're done cutting it in half. Now we're going to do our scoring, and we are going to score at 2 3/4. So you're going to line it up on the 2 3/4, and we're going to score. Then we're going to move it to 4 1/4. So here we are, 4 1/4. Then I am going to open up my arm here. We need to swing that out. And we're going to go to 7 1/4. So line that up at 7 1/4. And then finally 8 1/2. So over here to the 8 1/2 mark. And score. So now we have all our scores done. We're going to set this aside so we don't need this anymore. And you have your cardstock like this, okay? So you want this bottom, you're going to fold it right here on that first score line, and then you're going to bring it back, okay? And then you're going to fold it back down. And then you're going to fold it back. So you kind of have a waterfall almost, if you're familiar with the waterfall cards. So now you have these little dippy-doos here. Now, with this card, when you're assembling it, you're going to assemble from the bottom up, okay? So now what I have is, I have a scrap that I'm going to stamp my little panda on and cut him out with the stitched oval. Then I have a Whisper White piece. This measures 4 inches by 2 1/4, and that's going to go on this bottom piece. Okay. Then I have another piece of Whisper White that's 4 inches by 1 1/4 inches, and that is going to be in this middle section with the designer paper. Okay, so I put the designer paper like so. And then this piece of designer paper and the designer paper are both cut at 4 inches square. All right, and then this one would go here, like so. This white piece is going to go up underneath there, so you don't see it when everything's all folded down. So your focal becomes the designer series paper here, okay? So, again, designer paper is cut 4 inches square. This is 4 inches by 2 1/4 for the bottom, and this is 4 inches by 1 1/4 for the middle, okay? Then I cut out with my scalloped ovals, I cut a piece of Bermuda Bay to coordinate, and then I have for my little panda, I'm going to stamp him on this scrap, and I'll cut him out with one of my stitched ovals. Okay. So, how I'm going to do this is I'm going to bring in my 4 inch by 2 1/4, because like I said, we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. I'm going to bring in him, and I want my happy birthday. And I am stamping that in, I'm using basic gray as my color, because I think black would be just too dramatic, and we do have basic gray in this Bubble and Fizz designer paper, so I thought that would be the better choice. So let's get our cleaner. All right, so I'm just gonna say happy birthday, and I'm going a little bit higher than center. Okay. And then I'm going to set this aside. We're not done with that yet. But I'm going to set it aside for a minute. And then we're going to bring in the Bermuda Bay. And I am just going to randomly stamp along this edge. Just to give it a little extra something. All right. So now, where's my fast fuse? I know it's here. There it is. Bring in our card base again. And I am just going to add a little fast fuse. And we're going to get that in there right about so. Okay. So there we have our bottom piece in there. Now, I'm going to reverse my designer paper. Now, if you see, last time I did it, I put the stars up top and the stripes in the middle. I'm going to reverse it this time. But what you need to do is you want to make sure that you're covering up this here piece. So, I am going to apply just to the upper portion. I don't want, because I don't want any adhesive down here. But I'm just going to open that up and I am going to line that up there. So now that covers up, that folds down, and now I have this piece. Now I want my 4" by 1 1/4 inch piece. I'm going to bring that in. Excuse me. And I want, here it is. Ooh, I'm making a mess of myself here. I want the Love You. And bringing back in the gray. And we're just gonna, right in the center there, as best we can. Oop, a little crooked. You might want to try to do that a little straighter than I just did, but it's okay. And again, we're just gonna take the little confetti and stamp it on either side of the Love You with our Bermuda Bay. So we're gonna bring that back in. Again. Set that aside. And then we're going to bring in some of our fast fuse again. And this, now, when this gets applied, you want to make sure that we're covering this white piece up. So, you know that you want to make sure you're just above this here fold line when you're laying this down. So you want to make sure that you're far enough above it without going too crazy. Right about there should be good. Nice and straight. So that comes in there. Now we're just gonna some of that. so now we have our designer paper all down. Now I'm going to bring in my scrap. I'm bringing in my little panda. He's so cute. Love me some pandas. And again, I'm just using the basic gray archival ink. And then I'm just going to stamp him down. Just like so. Oh, sorry if I'm jiggling you here. And I need the little high. I want to put the little high inside of this little letter. Okay. So excuse my head if it's getting in there. There we go. I know, isn't it so cute, Lori? Unfortunately, seeing it in action does make you want it, doesn't it? All right, so just bear with me. I left my Big Shot over on the other side of the room because I didn't want to jiggle the paper running through it, but I am using my stitch shapes, and I am using the second to the largest stitched oval to cut him out. I'll be right back. Okay, just like that. He's all cut. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of fast fuse there. Just to stick him down on here. And then I need a couple dimensionals. Bring that back in. And there he is there. Isn't he sweet? All right. And then I'm just going to bring in a glue dot and a little bow that I made out of some white twine here. And I'm just going to stick it under his feet. Just like that. You now have a fun little card that, like I said, fits in our standard medium envelope. Look at that. Just like that. So it doesn't cost you any more to mail that than it would any other greeting card. Oh, you haven't used yours yet, Sue? Yeah, you got to pull it out because it's an awesome set. They are so stinking cute. Oh, sorry, Lori. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing making you change your mind, but... Aw, thank you, Sue. I appreciate you saying that. I try to bring the stamps to life for you. That's my job. But I just thought Rachel from Stamp Your Art Out, this fancy fold that she came up with, I thought was stinking cute. And I decided to try it with this particular paper and stamp set. I thought it was perfect and a lot of fun for Panda Day. So, like I said, if you don't happen to have the set and you want it, you are eligible to win it just by leaving a comment, sharing the video, and I will Sunday draw for a winner and send you some happy mail, hopefully. I'm glad, Sue. It's a really simple one. Like I said, you start with half a sheet of cardstock, 4 1/4 by 11. Make sure you score it 2 3/4, 4 1/4, 7 1/4, 8 1/2, and then just fold on all of your lines. And then you have your designer paper cut at 4 inches square. Then you have your stamped pieces here that are 4 inches by 2 1/4 for the bottom, and 4 inches by 1 1/4 for across the middle here, and then whatever your image is that you want to put on the front there. So those are your instructions, and it's very, very simple. And then, like I said, when it's all folded up, it fits perfectly in a standard medium envelope. So it's your basic card. So that's all I have for you guys. Like I said, leave a comment, which you guys have been doing a great job here. Share it with your friends, and hopefully we'll get some more comments, and we'll do a drawing, and somebody is going to get some happy mail in the mail. Have a great night. Bye.